I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't
God.
that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up from home. Whoa!
Yeah, it's a great bunch of guys. You know, nobody expected them. Nobody predicted us to be over 500. You know, we didn't sign a lot of free agents. We didn't sign any really, but, you know, we didn't do a lot at the trade deadline. People just didn't expect us to be in this position, but it's because of the guys in the room. They care about each other. It sounds corny, but it's real. And we have a team.
Uh-oh, that gave me the goosebumps. That must mean it's game day. What day is it? Game day. Forget hump day. It's game day. What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome in. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sports Book. What is up, Mr. Albrecht?
Oh, my God.
I know. How are you doing?
6 a.m. It's literally 6 a.m. And I am already like, okay. How is today going to go?
I was doing great until that piece of audio. And like, literally I got the chills and I'm like, oh, it's game day. So is this going to be it the whole day for you? Or are you just,
I mean, listen, I'm nerves, a lot of nerves. There's a big opportunity today. Huge. And we'll talk about it all show long. Brewers at Cubs, 4:08 this afternoon. We highly expect you to join us at Natty Oaks, baby. Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery on National Ave in West Dallas. Wisconsin Sports Daily and the leadoff show with Tommy Wartz there this afternoon. My guy Josh Albrecht will be in attendance. Yes, sir.
Everything starts at 2. So here's my question, Josh, because I watched a game with you, and it was an experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it was not a bad experience. It was just something I've never experienced before.
Most people haven't. No.
What is that like when you're with a crowd?
Oh, it doesn't matter. If I'm with other people or I'm alone, you're just witnessing my fan anxiety. That's what you're witnessing.
One thing I noticed about you, though, and I'm really proud of you for this, you didn't really get super pissed at anybody else. Like, one time when Andy from Brookfield was.
Well, that was just dumb. He was about to be dumb. I had to stop him.
Making my point. At some point, though, I also think that the roller coaster ride is something that you bring other people on. And it is a ride.
If you choose to get on, that's on you. You click your seatbelt. You lowered that bar,
Hang on tight.
And
hope, and every once in a while, duck, because you're not sure what's coming. Honestly.
No, and here's the thing. I'm going to be out there at Natty Oaks at 2. I'm gonna be there hanging out as Sparky's there, as Tommy's there for the leadoff show, leading up to that 4:08 first pitch. I'm gonna be freaking out before the game. I'm freaking out now.
It's 6:02. It's 6:04. It's 6:05. And it's going to be 6:18 and 7:09, and you're going to be freaking out the whole friggin' morning.
Yes.
Hey, make sure to follow us on Twitter. It's at Trevor Thomas IW and at On Air Josh. I'm the Trevor. He's the Josh. The show Inside Wisconsin Sports. Follow us on Twitter as well at Inside Wis Sports. On Facebook and Twitter, you can also follow The Fan. It's at The Fan Milwaukee. The website, thefanmilwaukee.com. And we want to hear from you today. How are you feeling? Are you freaking out already at 6:05 on this Game 3 Brewers game day at the Dump? That's what we call Wrigley here on Inside Wisconsin Sports. The Dump, because it is a dump.
Correctly named, yes.
Let's chat today. Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text Line. I want your calls. I want your texts. I want all of your things. 414-677-1250. I want you to feel this with us. I want us to feel this with you. How are you feeling? How did you sleep last night? Are you taking a nap to prep yourself? What are your plans for the game? Are you going? Is anybody out there going to the dump today? Boy, I hope that's the case. 414-677-1250. I was talking with a buddy here at the radio station this morning about how we were really impressed by how Brewers fans at AmFam Field kept it together in terms of keeping their tickets.
Mm-hmm.
It was not Wrigley North at all for game 1 or game 2. And anybody else that has like a really strong home contingency might see 15% like we saw, 20% Cubs fans, and go, like you guys must have given all your tickets away. I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
15 to 20% Cubs fan is a huge victory.
Yeah, that's a big win. You got to remember too, there are Cubs fans that, Chicago being as close as it is to Milwaukee might have moved to Milwaukee, like that live in the southeastern Wisconsin area. It's not like they all live in Chicago proper either.
True.
So to only have 15 to 20%, I wouldn't be surprised if 10% of those people are local Wisconsin residents.
And I love that the Brewers didn't sell tickets to a Cubs fan because he had an address in Illinois.
Yep. You got to be smarter than that. You're trying to get through the Brewer system.
Saturday, Josh and I were at the game 1. There was a Cubs fan sitting a couple seats down. And while you were at the team store with Andy from Brookfield, I leaned over and said, hey, how much did you pay for these tickets? And he said just under $200. To which I was like, nice, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
We paid $136 face value in that section. And he goes, well, here's the problem. I had great tickets in the 100 level and got to the checkout through the Brewers because they released tickets, day of, and they wouldn't let me buy them because I have an Illinois address.
Oh, man.
And I literally was like, oh, it's so sad.
Oh, that is very unfortunate for you.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, you got in the game. You were there, weren't you?
Yeah. Secondary market. How do we get those people not to sell them to people from Illinois? You know what? Doesn't matter.
That's exactly right. Here's where I'm at. All of those problems, all of the things we talked about leading up to this series, all of the things we didn't want to have to deal with, the Cubs fans being at American Family Field for games 1 and 2, all of those issues no longer exist. This series can end in Chicago for the Brewers. It can end today. Take care of business. We don't got to worry about any Cub fans coming back to American Family Field this season. Win. It's all about what happens at Wrigley Field today.
How do you feel today, and how is it different, Josh, than game 1 and game 2? Obviously, today's an elimination game for the good guys, right? We can win tonight and bye-bye on to the NLCS.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that in comparison to, let's just say, how you felt about the bullpen game the other day and starting Aaron Ashby? We talked ad nauseum about this yesterday. How do you feel today? Like, literally, how do you feel about the game? Take your crazies over there for a second. Put on your rate. Yeah, just for, I know it's hard to separate.
Well, I was gonna say, this is saving this for part of my morning mind dump, but yeah, I was gonna unload on you right now.
No, save it.
Okay.
I'm wondering how you feel about the game. Save it.
I'm assuming you're looking more generic and simple.
No, it's more about how do you, as someone that does what you do for a living, how do you look at that game? I love your fanatic. I love your
I'm
crazies.
glad, because a lot of people don't.
I'm a big fan. Big fan. But as somebody that's cool, calm, and collective, Mr. Morning Radio Show co-host, how do you view tonight's game in favor of the Brewers?
My brain is saying the best way to describe it is laid out. Game 2, we knew what the end goal was, what the objective was, but there were so many question marks because we didn't know why Ashby, who after Ashby, what's going on with Churio, all these other things. And right after game 2, Murph comes out and says, oh no, yeah, game 3 is Priester. Okay.
Yeah.
Any concerns about Churio? Didn't look like it. It was good tonight. Okay. So there aren't a lot of question marks going into this game. All the puzzle pieces are on the table. We see them. They're all right side up. We're not missing any. We see the entire puzzle, and now we can just focus on putting it together.
We were a little worried about the rest that the Brewers had, and it's proven to be pretty good. There was something that they did to get their mojo back and ignore the way that they ended the regular season. And here, if we win today and sweep the Cubs, which would be awesome.
Yes, which would be very, very, very
and
cool.
Also very prophetic of me, just saying.
Easy boy.
I call myself a prophet, but it was prophetic.
Okay, we are not there yet, though.
Not yet. 4:08 this afternoon. So if we win today, though, we get another break. How do you feel about that break in comparison to the first round bye? Because it's Wednesday and the NLCS doesn't start until Monday. So it's not like it's a week per se, but quite a few days.
Yeah, I don't know why, but with this team and just even now, like just because there isn't serious injury, it seems like rest is good. These guys are bruised. They're beaten up. They're a little sore, right? And which we talked about is different than being hurt. They're not hurt, but they're sore. They're bruised. They're beat up.
Yeah.
So giving them a few extra days, I don't think it's a negative thing. I don't think this is a rust potential situation at all with this team. I think that you go ahead, Brewers. You can win today. You can take those extra couple days. That's going to be just fine.
That would really make the rest of this week just chill. Like no stress. Everything's fine. Let's see how this all goes in a few off days here. And listen, I'm having a blast watching the playoffs either way. AL games last night, had a blast. I got home late last night and had to record the podcast. And I was curious as to why the Tigers were still playing.
Yes.
They had like some giant rain delay yesterday.
Yeah, it's like they don't have a roof on their stadium. It's weird. Yeah, they and it ended up getting pushed back to where they started saying like, hey, this game's going to have to move to FS2 or whatever because of the Yankees game if, with the rain delay. But no, the playoffs have been exciting so far. And I think that they are also a healthy reminder for Brewers fans. You watched that Yankees game last night and there was a team that got crushed in their first two games on the road. I mean, they got crushed. And it didn't look like it was going to be pretty starting game 3.
No, they were done.
And the series is 2-1.
And they're not done yet.
They're not done yet. So, just something to keep in the back of your mind here. If you don't finish them off and you let them back in, now it's 2-1. Now there's a chance for them to tie. You can look at a team that's down 0-2 and go, statistically, you're not sitting pretty. But every win they crawl back, those odds go up and up and up. Don't let that happen. It's kind of like you ever watch like a game, like on the app. It's the percentages of who's going to win as it goes through the game. And at one point it says like, 96% chance that this team wins. And then 82, 71, flips, 85 the other way. Well, what happened to 96% in the 5th inning?
Right.
Percentages, getting overconfident, all of those things can change in just a second.
I would like to look that up for that game yesterday somehow, because that's why sports betting is so difficult. If you're telling me that in the 4th or 5th inning of that Yankees-Blue Jays game yesterday, that the Yankees were going to come back and win that, I would have taken all of the bets that said no way, especially the way the Yankees looked in game 1 and game 2. And then Aaron Judge hits one to left, not the home run. We'll talk about that later. But there was a one hopper off the wall that got there in about 0.73 seconds. Absolutely tore it off the cover of the ball.
I got this answer for you. So, top of the 3rd inning, Toronto up 6-1, 90.7% chance that the Blue Jays win that game. In the, let me see here. I
bet you at that point, the Yankees money line was like plus 400.
It went to 81% chance for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 4th. And then, boop, now it's 55% chance Yankees. Flips that hard.
That fast.
And that's what I'm saying. And then it never went back. Odds were never in the Blue Jays' favor again. So the whole point of this is you can learn from other baseball teams that you're not as emotional about just what sports is and what can happen. So that's why, as a realistic fan, try to stay locked in every game on the goal.
Bury them. That's what I hear you saying. Bury them.
Yeah.
Bury the Cubs today. That is so amazing to say out loud. Can we just pause for a moment and take that in? We can bury the Cubs today.
Yeah, the opportunity is there.
Please. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Text the Nicolay Law Talking text line like Jason from Kenosha just did, and so many others. We want to hear from you, and we will try to get to every single one of your texts today. I got a message yesterday from a buddy who was like, hey, man, you didn't read my text on the air yesterday.
Oh, I love it.
Dude, we get a lot of text messages.
We do.
Sparky said that we get more fan interaction from our listeners than any other show on this radio station on this brand new lineup here on The Fan, which is amazing.
Which I have to say, I appreciate everyone texting in. But you can text the other shows too. Keep listening all day. Don't turn it off. Text those shows too.
The all-new lineup here on The Fan is outstanding. 6 to 9 a.m. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor, Thomas, and Josh Albrecht. That's me. That's you. Hi, how are you? 9 to noon with John Kuhn is back and better than ever. John Kuhn, Rami Makloff. 9 to noon with Kuhn from 9 to noon here on The Fan. Noon to 2, the Mason Crosby Show. Just, the all-time leading point scorer for the Green Bay Packers. He's here. The Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Thunder Nellis, presented by Verizon. Noon to 2. 2 to 5, the guy that has been on the radio here in Milwaukee for 20 years talking sports. That's Sparky. We call it Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's. 2 to 5. And then our guy, Tommy Wartz. He gets to come in the studio at 5 o'clock and make fun of us all day long.
Correct.
He clips up all of the shows that we just laid out for you on the all-new lineup here on The Fan and pretty much makes fun of us. And it's the greatest hour in sports radio other than 6 to 9. No offense.
Yeah, thank you.
The Fan postgame show, 5 to 6 with Tommy Wartz. It is the all-new Fan lineup, and we could not be happier to have you with us. All right, Jason from Kenosha, I love the way you put this. The Nicolay Law Fan talk and text line 414-677-1250. I am so freaking excited that we'll sweep these clowns at the dump.
Maybe.
No, he's not guaranteeing it. Don't tell him I'm a fan.
He is saying that we will. I'm saying maybe
that we will sweep the Cubs. Whatever. God, you
superstitious. I'm telling you.
Kenosha, he says, is probably split 50-50 Cubs Brewers fans. There are many a fib transplant that have escaped, and here's a word I've never seen before.
Me either.
And I think I'm going to get it tattooed. Hellinoy. Today days old. I've never once referred to or seen somebody else refer to Illinois as Hellinoy. 200 Club, Hellinoy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Josh and I have committed. Did you get permission from Julie, by the way? That you can
no, she has no idea yet. But
she doesn't know. You didn't tell her?
No.
Okay. I have a great idea.
Oh, I don't think this is a great idea, but okay.
So Josh and I committed on the air.
We did do it. There are air
video
checks.
And audio proof that we guaranteed that we would get a tattoo if the Brewers win the World Series.
We did not say what that tattoo is.
Yeah, we did. 200 Club.
No, that's what you said you would get. That you can go back and check.
All right, so here's what I want you to do. Remember earlier in the week how Julie was so proud of you? Oh, it was late last week that you put something on the family calendar?
Yes.
And that you didn't talk to her about it in advance.
Oh, God. Okay.
Today. Maybe right now. Maybe open up your calendar.
Yeah.
Let me get the date for you real quick.
Yeah, what are we looking for a date?
I can't wait for her to text you.
Oh, my God.
So the Game 7 of the World Series, if they were to go that far, is Saturday, November 1st.
Okay.
I want you to put on your calendar on November 3rd.
That Monday.
Schedule appointment for a tattoo. That's what it needs to say right now.
No, it's going to say possibly.
No.
Yes, because it's not a guarantee.
I know that.
Possibly.
Schedule appointment.
So I'm not getting it on that day. I'm scheduling the appointment on that day.
So possibly schedule appointment for tattoo with Trevor. And that's it. Just click. And then you have to invite her to that calendar.
Oh, no. I don't have to. She gets notifications whenever anything goes on my calendar.
Okay.
Her choice, not mine.
It is 20 after 6.
And I marked it all day. It's not even a time.
Will she get a notification for an all-day appointment?
Yeah, she should.
This is outstanding. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
We will hear from Julie. We will hear from Julie at some point this morning. Thanks for being a good sport.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm getting 200 Club, and I want you to get 200 Club. Absolutely relentless.
Listen,
That's not what it stands for.
I can't get 200 Club
Why?
because I am fat. And
What does that have to do with anything?
well, listen, people when they see tattoos, it's like they're like custom license plates. People try to figure out what it means. And if I, as a bigger guy, got 200 Club, I'm gonna have a lot of people coming up to me going, "Don't worry, buddy, you can get there. I believe in you. Keep it up." And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, I really appreciate you." Okay.
Oh man, no, I've been in the 200 Club for some time. It's the 300 Club I'm trying to stay away from.
Yeah.
200 Club on the forearm right here.
Yep.
Join us today, Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery on National Avenue in West Dallas this afternoon. 4:08, the first pitch. The pregame show is there with Tommy Wartz and the Wisconsin Sports Daily Show with Sparky. The leadoff show, Wisconsin Sports Daily, and our guy Josh Albrecht will be there today. Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery on National Avenue in West Dallas starting at 2. You are listening to Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
we talk about coaches all the time in the NFL that seem like, hey, like they're on the verge of a heart attack at all times because there's so much pressure on them, and winning is almost a relief and not fun. Like, how are you able, like, you look like you're having fun. It definitely feels like, I think it trickles down through your team. Like, have you always been that type of manager, or was there ever a time you weren't?
Well, I mean, you grow. You're all under construction, right? You're always growing. You're always changing. People who know me close know that I like to have a good time. I like to mess around. It's the only way I can exist. As a manager, I come off real intense and real, whatever. But we're not all that important, to be honest with you. You got a good group, and you set the standards high, and the right players stand for the right stuff. You got a chance to have a good team.
Welcome back, Wisconsin. This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht, Inside Wisconsin Sports on your radio. That audio from Pat McAfee's show yesterday, AJ Hawk talking to Pat Murphy, the manager of your Milwaukee Brewers. And the question was, in this segment here on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, you're a football coach, right, Pat? Essentially, right?
Yeah.
What makes all this tick? And how do you not have heart attacks? Like we see so many NFL coaches look like they're going to have a heart attack every second of every game. Somebody needed to tell AJ that actually Pat Murphy had a heart attack a couple, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, I might do some research here, boys.
Yeah. But long story short, what I heard him say was that when you have the right team and the right players and the right stuff, things change. That's fascinating. We played in the show open at the top of the hour that this is not a team that went and loaded up at the trade deadline. This is not a team that went and loaded up in free agency in the offseason. This is a team that is full of cliffhangers, he calls them. Cliffhangers are guys that walk in the locker room after the game, and they're not sure if their locker is going to be there. This is a team that wants to be gritty, to prove themselves, to show everyone, including the front office, that they didn't need to go and get anybody else. This is a team of guys that know how hard it is to get where they are. So here's my question. That matters, right?
Yeah, absolutely it does.
But what about all these teams with all these big sticks and big arms and, big contracts?
Yeah, every team has an identity. Every team has an identity. Your identity could be that you spent $300 million and you have players that are future Hall of Famers and that they have the ability to just go out there and completely change the game on one swing. And then you have teams like this Brewers team where the payroll is not that. And you don't have guys that are, at least at this point, going to be future Hall of Famers, and guys that are fighting and have literally had the ups and downs of not even being on the team throughout the season. And they have to find a different way to get that motivation and to be successful. I think one of the biggest things with this Brewers team, we joke about it based on, I don't even remember who it was on the team who said it for the first time, but the power of friendship, and that kind of being the mantra of this team. But I think that ties into what Murph was saying when he said you had to have the right players with the right stuff, right? That's the whole point, is that you have players that are going to buy in, play for each other, not for the paycheck, right? And do it the right way. And that is the Murph way. That's
Josh,
this Brewers way.
I was asking you about the Brewers team, not you and I on this show.
Oh, look at you. Yes.
But is that not us?
No, that is
Honestly,
us.
You just described Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. By the way, follow us on Twitter at Trevor Thomas IW, at On Air Josh. The show is there too, at Inside Wis Sports. Make sure to watch us live on YouTube if you so chose. We are broadcasting live on YouTube. Just open up YouTube and search Inside Wisconsin Sports. That pops up right away. Click on it, and hi, how are you? Good to see you. Things happen on camera that you don't get to necessarily hear. Well, you heard it yesterday, but I spilled a whole bunch of water in here yesterday. Josh posted the clip. Appreciate you there, buddy. Thanks for having my back.
Yeah, of course.
Whatever.
Happy to help.
So here's another question. How many people are heading to Wrigley today? We call it, by the way, if you are new to this show, we call Wrigley the Dump. So if you hear us reference the Dump, it's Wrigley Field. We got a text in on the Nicolay Law fan talk and text line. We want to hear from you, by the way. Call, text, don't care. Love to have you a part of the show. 414-677-1250. 414-677-1250. Look at this. Just heard that the Brewers Express train heading to the Dump today is sold out. What percentage in the I Have Questions segment of Inside Wisconsin Sports, what percentage of the fans at AmFam South will be Brewers fans tonight? Hashtag Magic Brew.
It's a great question. I'm going to say 35%.
I'll take the over.
I hope you're right.
Honestly, as a Brewers fan, if I was able to make it there today, I would do it.
Well, and so I'm very curious about this text too, of hearing that train is sold out. So apparently, and I'm just, this is just from looking at local news stations and their reports on the Brewers Express, by the way, that's a real thing, right? And so the Amtrak has set up a train that's going to go down to Wrigley, down to Union Station, specifically for Brewers fans. If you have your normal commute, because there's always a train that goes from Milwaukee to Chicago for people that commute for work, etc. But they're like, there are going to be more people going down. We got to have more. So they had the Brewers Express Amtrak, leaves at 8:05 a.m. this morning. And apparently the first 300 riders get a free breakfast brought today. And I'm going, well, apparently they didn't even need to provide the brats because according to this texter, it's already sold out. Now, my thing is, I'd need to do some more research here, but is there only one? I would assume that train's coming back a few times.
Somebody get another train.
Right.
We're going to need more buses.
Yeah, lay another train down.
Planes, cars, and automobiles.
Can you imagine how rowdy that train is going to get?
Oh, dude, can you imagine being outside of that train when it stops in Chicago?
Oh, man.
And all of those Brewer fans
just
walk off that train.
Floods out.
Big favor. Here's another question for the I Have Questions portion of this show. We do it every day at 6:25. We want to answer your questions. And frankly, we need your help answering our questions. Some days we have questions.
A lot of questions.
Yesterday, we talked ad nauseum about why can't MLB just use the ABS in the postseason, just like they get rid of the ghost runner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's a question. It's more of a favor. Can somebody take videos for us on that train?
Yes, tag us, please.
We want you to tag us at Inside Wis Sports on Twitter. Take a video, show us what that train ride is like. We know that there are people listening to this very program right now, Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, that will be on that train or that will be at the Dump today. I want to see how crazy that train is. So please take a video and tag us at Inside Wis Sports. Make sure to follow the Fan there as well, at the Fan Milwaukee, and the website, thefanmilwaukee.com. Real quick, Josh, we're getting some texts that are simply saying, hey, man, great to have you guys. We really appreciate listening to you. There's a chance that there are some people that are new to our show this morning.
Yes.
And we simply just want to say welcome and thank you. And we promise that this show is 100% dedicated to Wisconsin sports.
Yeah. We might talk about something else, but it's going to tie back to how you are as a Wisconsin sports fan.
Always. Always, always, always. If we have something that comes up, like, for instance, the most electrifying sound of the day is the next segment on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Yes.
We want you to know that if we talk about the Aaron Judge home run, wink, wink.
Yes.
We're going to tie that back to the Brewers.
100%. Actually, I have something that happened last night that ties back to us as Wisconsin sports fans that I'd like to ask you right now, and I have questions.
Let's go.
I have questions. As a Milwaukee Brewers fan, I was watching, and seeing the results of the Seattle Mariners-Detroit Tigers game, and I'm cheering for the Mariners because I feel like in a lot of ways, Seattle Mariners fans have gone through a lot of what Brewers fans have. To be honest with you, even worse, right? They haven't even had as many bites of the apple, which I hate that line, but as the Brewers have. Am I allowed right now, not that anyone should tell me how to fan, but to even be cheering or worrying about the AL side of this bracket, knowing what's going on with the Brewers and our Brewers and that being the focus?
Honestly, that was one of the questions I had for you too. So I'm glad you brought it up. How are we watching the American League side of the bracket?
Right.
What's fascinating about Seattle is, and we could talk to Kenny Mayne, former ESPN Sports Center anchor, who's a Seattle Amaze Balls fan. Remember, the Brewers were the pilots.
Right.
Can you imagine the Brewers having to beat the OG in the World Series to win it all?
Well, tell me there's not. Well, okay. We'll get into this after the next clip. But for me personally, that would be the matchup I want.
Yeah.
Milwaukee, Seattle. That's what I would like.
I want to beat the Yankees because
You
they
want
beat
the
the living
Yankees.
hell out of us to start the season. And
Yeah.
that really didn't set a great tone.
You love this story narrative, of just having this be a Cinderella fairy tale run.
I do, because it's plausible.
It can happen. You're right. Realistically, it's absolutely an option.
I want the Brewers to run through the 3 biggest cities in the United States and some of the biggest payrolls in Major League Baseball and go, ha! Money doesn't matter to us. You know why? Because we got guys that are cliffhangers.
That's right.
We got guys that are gritty. We got guys that want to show you it's about the love for the game and the power of friendship that's going to get us over the top. Over under on how many times I get chills today, because it just happened for the second time.
17.
That's a lot.
We're through 2 and it's 6:40. The game's not for like 8 hours.
Valid. That is valid. Hey, join us this afternoon.
Yes.
Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery on National Avenue in West Dallas. Wisconsin Sports Daily and the leadoff show with Tommy Wartz. It all starts at 2 o'clock on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM. The Fan live this afternoon, including our guy Josh Albrecht from Inside Wisconsin Sports at Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery, who serves big old
bowl of chili.
Big old bowl of chilies. That is something that you've had for years. There's a moniker attached to Josh Albrecht about a big old bowl of chili.
Yep. Some people are like, but it's summer. And I go, uh-huh.
It's not summer anymore. Did you walk outside this morning?
Oh, yeah. Woo. You know what it felt like?
Fall.
Felt like fall baseball.
Yeah, finally.
That's what it felt like, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, let's go.
I know. I know. That's why I was like, oh, come on. Here we go.
All right. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. The most electrifying sound of the day is next. Stay here, would you? What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome back. You are listening to Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Trevor Thomas IW, at On Air Josh, and make sure to follow the show too, Inside Wis Sports. That's us, Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh here on the Fan. The Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line is open for you. Holy moly, are people fired up this morning for Game 3 of Brewers at Cubs, which there's a lot of opinion on whether we are quote unquote hypocrites.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get to that.
Yeah, we have something called the Morning Mind Dump, which is coming up at the top of the hour. We do it every day where we get all the things off our chest that we got to say. Is there something that's killing you in the ones and twos up top? Get it out. This is your time. Morning Mind Dump at 7:02. But right now, it's time for the most electrifying sound of the day.
2-strike pitch. Hits a drive down the line. If it's fair, it's his moment. It is. It's tied. Judge has arrived.
That's a hell of a call.
So
if it's fair, it's his time, or it's his moment.
It's his moment. So Aaron Judge in the post-game interview yesterday, that call courtesy of the TV broadcasts within all of the platforms where you watch all of the postseason baseball. I don't even know which one is
TBS, TNT,
TNT, True TV, Turner MVP, whatever it is. I have no idea. Aaron Judge said that the ghosts of Yankee Stadium helped blow that fair off the foul pole it was. That's literally what he said.
Angels in the outfield moment?
Yeah, kind of. Only
they got guys flapping their wings in the,
more
in the
like
dugout?
Ghosts in the something. I don't know. I don't like to mess around with ghosts. I believe they have it. Oh, you and I will talk about that someday.
Yeah.
Me and the paranormal, not fans. We're not friends.
No, you guys don't get along.
So the angle here, as we promise you that everything that we talk about on this show revolves back to Wisconsin sports, is can you hear the buzz at Yankee Stadium when that happened? Woof.
Yeah. Yeah. And that had me thinking about, the way that my brain works. That moment from a team and a fan base that was down 0-2 and then started this game down 6-1 at one point. On one swing, tie it 6-6, place goes nuts. And my first thought is, if you're not careful and you don't stay locked in, that could happen at the dump. Chicago Cubs could do the exact same thing.
Like today. Yeah. So Josh and I often joke on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh that I am the eternal optimist and that Josh is the realist. And sometimes I think self-admittedly slightly a pessimist. Yes?
No. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it can. That can happen.
I'm not calling you a pessimist about this. I'm saying sometimes you're pessimistic.
Sure. I mean, I can be negative. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that.
So I'm prefacing this by saying if we're not careful, that can be what we experience at Wrigley. That's what we're talking about. Something else to be aware of in this Cubs-Brewers series, and you might watch back the last series that the Cubs played in, their bats did not exist in Game 1 and Game 2. They lived and died by the home run. I'm not sure if you've been watching Game 1 and Game 2 in this series, but they have lived and died by their home runs.
Correct.
Their bats are due, and I'm not saying it's going to happen today, but we have to be careful about that.
Yes.
They showed up in Game 3 for the Cubs, and that helped, obviously, them clinch the series in the wild card round to get to the NLDS against the Brewers. Their bats haven't showed up. Now, hey, totally cool if they don't show up at all.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be fine with that. Yeah. Hopefully they forgot him when they went home.
I say we blank them today and make Chicago very angry.
That would be nice.
Evening. However, to your point, and I noticed it last night too, so I'm glad you brought it up. I literally was watching that game at home, and I looked at my wife, and I said, do you hear that buzz? And in playoff baseball, it doesn't take much to create that buzz because fans live and die with each pitch. And that's my favorite part of playoff baseball. We experienced that at AmFam Field on Saturday when Josh and I were there.
Yeah.
It is every single pitch.
Yeah.
Every walk. I mean, think back to the regular season. Like you cheer for the first 3 or 4 strikes, maybe the first strikeout, then you kind of settle in and watch the game. Not the playoffs.
Oh, think about if your team's pitching and the opposing team has a foul ball, right? They foul one back. And now the place starts clapping and cheering because that's a strike. That's still a strike. Okay. As good as, I mean, literally, like you said, every single pitch, we're all waiting for it. It's all hanging on that pitch because you don't know what's going to happen next. And it can, in one pitch, it can change the entire game, the entire outlook on everything, not just for the fan base, but for the team. That swing by Judge tied the game, gave the non-existent roof, blows off Yankee Stadium, and the fan base is going nuts. And then the team ends up scoring 3 more. They win the game. Now they're down 1. Yeah. Is it still unlikely that they win the thing? Yeah, they got to win 2 more, including 1 more in Toronto if it gets to that point. But it can still happen. And every game, it gets more and more likely that it can. If we're, for Brewers fans, and more importantly, this Brewers team, that's why you got to just squash it now.
Well, the guys after game 1 talked about that, on how much the crowd mattered in terms of there not being a lot of Cubs fans at AmFam Field.
Correct.
It was not Wrigley North for game 1 and game 2 in this series.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not. That mattered. And so we're heading south now to the actual Wrigley Field, a.k.a. the dump. Hopefully a lot of Brewers fans show up, but crowds matter, guys. I mean, we have to be careful and stay completely dialed in. The good news is we got the team to do it. These dudes are out to prove something. And Josh and I have been talking for weeks now that they kind of accidentally, slightly on purpose, lost their moxie at the end of last season, at the end of the regular season. It's back. Their moxie is back. Those boys are strutting their stuff, and it has been a blast to watch. We are so jacked for the all-new lineup here on The Fan, and Josh and I are so grateful to be a part of it here on Inside Wisconsin Sports. You wake up with us, would you? 6 to 9 every single day, Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht, Inside Wisconsin Sports. 9 to noon, oh, he's back, baby. Our guy John Kuhn is here, 9 to noon with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff on the airwaves here on The Fan. And then noon to 2, the Mason Crosby Show. Ever heard of him? Thought you might. The Mason Crosby Show, noon to 2 with Mitch Thunder Nellis, presented by Verizon. Wisconsin Sports Daily with our guy Sparky, served up by Wendy's from 2 to 5. And then I'm kind of jealous, frankly, of Tommy. Tommy has the greatest job in the history of radio. Usually there are other people that don't work with us that would pull our stupid clips and share them on social media. Now there's a guy that works with us that pulls our stupid clips and shares them with all of you.
Yeah.
That's Tommy Wards. We call it the Fan Post-Game Show, where he literally just rips on us from 5 to 6 every single day, whether it's us or, 9 to noon or the Mason Crosby Show. Probably mostly Sparky, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if he's doing it right, it's Sparky.
If he's doing there's a lot to choose from. No, we love Sparky. God, do we love Sparky. I cannot get enough of a guy that's been on the airwaves here in Milwaukee for 20 years who is so right all the time. It's kind of annoying. Although he wasn't earlier this week with Jackson Churio. He's like, oh, man, I hope he doesn't get injured. We can't, play him, blah, blah, blah. Yep, turns out that was. About that.
Yeah.
The all-new Fan lineup here on The Fan, 6A to 6P, live local programming dedicated to Wisconsin and dedicated to Wisconsin radio. You can hear it every day here on The Fan. All right, up next, we do it every morning. The coffee's kicked in. We got the shakes out from last night. Everything's up. We're awake. We're alive. Time to have the morning mind dump. Yeah. Every day at 7 o'clock, we get the things off our chest. What do you got to say? We can take it.
Yeah.
What do we need to say? You can take it. Share it with us. We'll share it with you.
We'll let you know what we got to get rid of this morning to have our day, start our day. We want you to do the same thing. Could have been something that happened last night. Maybe you woke up this morning and you felt different. There was like, man, I just can't stop thinking about this one thing. I got to get it out. Text us on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line 414-677-1250.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. The morning mind dump is next. Get yours in now. The Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line 414-677-1250. I am an eternal optimist. So please, God,
Oh,
don't God that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, it's great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up, I'm home. Whoa!
Yeah, it's a great bunch of guys. Nobody expected them. Nobody predicted us to be over 500. We didn't sign a lot of free agents. We didn't sign any really, but we didn't do a lot at the trade deadline. People just didn't expect us to be in this position, but it's because of the guys in the room. They care about each other. It sounds corny, but it's real. And we have a team.
Oh, we have a team. We have a team. 4. That's chills. What's up, Wisconsin? We're counting the amount of times I get the Goosies today because it is game 3 of the NLDS. And boys, we have a team. We have a team. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Good morning, Wisconsin. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht. Follow us on Twitter at Trevor Thomas IW, at On Air Josh. Also, follow the show. Follow the show at Inside Wis Sports. Josh, a lot of interaction at Inside Wis Sports this morning on Twitter.
Well,
we appreciate
welcome.
all the new follows, all the new comments, and we're just grateful to have you. So thanks for being here, listening to the Fan Milwaukee.
A lot of people on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, which, of course, we want you to join and be a part of 414-677-1250. Coming in this morning. Boys, Nick from West Bend here. My new home. Excited I found a new station. Trevor, you are great. Josh, I've missed your beautiful voice. Well, Nick from West Bend, we've missed you too.
Love you, buddy. Good to see you again. Glad you are here. The Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line. It is time for our morning mind dump. We do this every day here on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. What do you got to get off your chest? 7 a.m. The coffee has settled into the system. Things are moving. And you may be holding on to something that you needed to just get out.
Mm-hmm.
So say it. This is a safe place. You can send us whatever's on your mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the good news. The bad news is we're going to read it.
Yeah.
On the air.
But
true. That's okay. It's a safe place. It is a safe place. We want to process with you. So get it off your chest. Get it out of your head. It is time for the morning mind dump here on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. You can find us on the Fan Milwaukee, the website, thefanmilwaukee.com, here on the radio, live on the Odyssey app, and live on the YouTube.
Yeah, you can see our faces on YouTube.
Yeah,
or like yesterday, you could see Trevor spill over a whole glass of water all over his laptop.
Yeah, I had a moment yesterday.
It was perfect.
And that, I believe, you posted on Twitter.
I did, because it was hilarious.
I'm going to move this water as far away from me as I can, because I think this is the segment that happened in yesterday, and you're probably about to go off about something that's going to make me angry.
Oh, so, I don't know. We'll find out.
It is time for the morning mind dump. Josh, you're up.
Yeah, so let's go into the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line. I love the participation already. I love this one from the 262 that said, funny, you two are hypocrites. Ooh, name calling.
Hello.
You hate when Cubs fans come to AmFam, but love when Brewers fans go to Wrigley. Well, first of all, I hope you feel a little bit better getting that off your chest in the morning mind dump this morning.
Congratulations.
That being said, it's because we believe that there is a difference between the interactions and the way that Cubs fans and Brewers fans act, especially the Cubs fans that come to American Family Field. It is not, obviously, we're not surprised that Cubs fans and fans of a sports team travel, right? That happens in all sports across the country. Doesn't matter.
Packers travel well.
Yeah, look at how much Honolulu Blue has been at Lambeau Field over the last couple of years. Right, it happens. That's not the problem. The problem has always been the interactions and the attitudes and what happens when those Cubs fans come to American Family Field. And if you are wondering what I'm talking about, look no further than Game 1 and the news that came out about fans punching kids and yelling at security guards. That's all you need to know. So that's why we feel that way when they come here. And yes, we do, as Brewers fans, absolutely hope that Brewers fans make their way to the dump in Chicago.
The dump is what we call Wrigley Field on this show, Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, because there's no other name for it. It's a dump. And you know what? The fans are kind of dumpy. I'm just going to say it.
Wow.
I needed to get it off my chest.
Yeah, hey, now's the time to do it.
Not all of them. Not all of them. We sat next to some really great Cubs fans, if that can be said in the same sequence. There were some great ones behind us that were happy that just to be there. There were some good ones next to us. Not so much in the 100 section below us.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, good ones.
Here's another one. Mind Dump from the 414 says, watching the game on Monday, I was getting pissed whenever we had 2 strikes on the Cubs hitters and our fans weren't getting on their feet and screaming and cheering. It's the playoffs. Get up and get loud. You know, Andy in Brookfield, who was with us, was saying the same thing in game 1 when we were there, saying like, this does not feel like playoff atmosphere when we were on the mound and we had 2 strikes. We had the opportunity. He said, is it possible that Brewers fans are forgetting how lucky we are to be in these type of moments? That's a question.
Well, you should have had that in the I have questions portion of the show.
Well, he didn't text it in at that point. My thought was, it's a prisoner of the moment. Yeah, the Brewers were up 9-3. So they had already stood up. They were already cheering. They honestly, at that point, they went to the bathroom. They went to the team store. Yeah. They weren't standing up on every pitch, every 0-2 count, because they were up 6 runs. I'm not saying that's right. I'm also not telling people how to fan.
There's also some fans that don't enjoy standing, which I understand. Josh, how long into game 1 of the NLDS did I have some fan behind me go down in front?
I believe it was 1 batter in.
It's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, I'm a tall, large mammal. I understand. I block some things. I make a better door than a window, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it. So dumb. We want to stand. I want to stand. I want to live and die by every single pitch. Not everybody does. And I'm telling you right now, if there are fans standing in front of me at any game or concert I'm at, I will be standing. And I even turned around and was like, listen, I'm all in for sitting if we need to sit. I'm going to cheer. We will be watching every single pitch, but I'm not going to sit if those people in front of me are standing.
Yep.
And he looked at me and kind of rolled his eyes, and I was like, well, let it get over it, because you're about to look at my ass for the rest of this game.
Yeah, you are.
Morning Mind Dump, watching the game on Monday on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line. I love this about this tailgating piece for the train.
Yes.
So there is apparently a conversation happening about tailgating for this train that's leaving Milwaukee sold out with Cubs fans.
Yeah, we got a text from Dave this morning who said, who's tailgating on the Amtrak parking lot this morning?
Is that happening?
I hope so. Oh my gosh. Please tag us on social media, on Twitter, at Honor Josh, at Trevor Thomas IW, at Inside Wis Sports. We want to see this. Please. Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah, we asked for some videos earlier. If any of you are heading to the dump today, if you're on that train, send us a video. Tag us at Inside Wis Sports. We want to live it with you. Good morning on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line from the 414. Today, my boss is coming to visit my office during lunchtime. I need a creative way to get her out by 4 so we can listen to the start of the game. Ideas, please, Jen in Jackson.
I got it. Jen, I got it. I don't know what you do for work, but I'm going to assume it's something that can be sold. So if you are in any position to where there is something to where there's an opportunity for you to make money, you say, hi, I have a very important opportunity to get X amount with, you can make up a client. It can be with someone that you've worked with in the past. I just want to let you know, I got to be out by this time. Then if they follow up and they say, how'd the meeting go? They're thinking about it. I'll let you know, and then just let it fade away. That's how you do it.
All right, good. Did you write that down, Jen?
Done.
You got that?
She's going to be like, I'm a teacher. Oh, crap. All right.
Well, Jason in the 920. The wind is blowing directly from center field at the dump today. 10 to 12 miles an hour. This guy is a closet meteorologist. I love him. Small ball today, boys. The Crew wins 4-1. Yeah, that's a great that's a great point, man. I said it earlier because the Cubs have lived and died by their home runs. The Brewers clearly had some home runs in their last game, and that's not how we live and die. We live by what I call small ball Brewers. And it's not even small ball, it's baseball. Hitting 3 doubles in a row to lead off the bottom of the first in the NLDS, that's not small ball.
No, those are extra base hits. That's literally what they're called. Yeah.
It's good baseball.
Yeah.
But the wind blowing in does indeed favor the Brewers today down at the dump. 4:08, the first pitch this afternoon. Josh and the crew will be at Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery on National Ave in West Allis. Join them. Wisconsin Sports Daily and the leadoff show with Tommy Wartz starting at 2 this afternoon. They're at Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery in West Allis on National Avenue and live here on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
I like this one here from Nick in Greenfield. He said, hey, guys, Nick in Greenfield here, texting you extra early from the West Coast, listening on the Odyssey app. See, you can do it from anywhere. Thank you, Nick.
I like it.
He said, I agree with pretty much everything you said about Cubs fans who come to AmFam compared to Cubs fans at Wrigley who are actually nice. I couldn't believe it myself the first time I went there. Also, Wrigley is totally a dump. But see, that's what I'm talking about. It's just a different mentality. I don't know what it is. Maybe the Cub fans feel more aggressive. They like that, more defensive. Like they have to be on edge more when they're here in comparison to when they're at the dump in Chicago. I don't know. But it is definitely different.
Also becoming a fan of the random bumper, as you would have never pulled Silverchair on your own there. No, they have doubts in you, Josh. So what we're talking about is we have this bumper playlist where it's just shuffle.
Yeah.
And Josh hits one. And sometimes it's the perfect song.
Yeah,
for
sometimes
the perfect thing we're talking about. Sometimes it's not. Love this. Love you guys. Can't wait to listen to you every single morning. Oh, and F the Cubs and Greg. So we're in the middle of the morning mind dump.
People are getting it out.
Yeah, here we go. My turn.
Yeah,
My
go
turn.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So every day at 7:02, we call this the morning mind dump. The coffee's kicked in. The blood's flowing. We're awake.
Yeah.
The sun's up. Man, gorgeous morning here in Green Bay. And
same here.
This is the time to get things off my chest. So here we go.
Yeah,
if you missed it yesterday, which there's a chance you might have, I had a moment. We were talking about Craig Counsell. Keep it together. Don't pass out on me.
Okay.
We were talking about Craig Counsell, and there has been this stupid comparison just because I watched the Cubs on WGN when I was a kid, growing up in Southeast Wisconsin in Jefferson, where we got WGN on the cable package. Somebody whose name starts with a J and ends in an Ash Albrecht
could be anyone.
Said that I'm a Cubs fan. And then people piled on.
Whoa.
It was you. You started
No,
this.
no.
My turn to dump, not yours. Shush. So we had a moment yesterday where Josh had this idea of, let's create a video that says what it's like to grow up as a Cubs fan for Trevor in comparison to what this was like when Craig Counsell came out with that piece. I think it was back in the late 2018-19 timeframe. Yeah. I'm a Brewers fan. I grew up here. I'm one of you. I don't know your story. You guys know what I'm talking about. Well, we played it yesterday, and then Josh came at me with this Cubs fan crap again, and I took off my hat and I simply threw it onto the counter next to me here in the studio because I was getting a little sweaty.
You were heated. Yeah.
That smoked my water bottle and spilled water absolutely everywhere in the studio. On my laptop, on my phone. It was awful, and I lost it. Can we circle back on that, please?
It's great. Yeah.
Okay.
How are the devices today?
Safe.
Okay.
For now.
See, that's good.
Safe for now. Here, let me just try to summarize my thoughts yesterday again in this morning's morning mind dump about how I feel about Craig Counsell, and all of this started yesterday with Murphy, who I very much respect. Pat Murphy he's like the dad that you don't want to make angry. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Crap. That's worse.
Mm-hmm.
He's disappointed in us for booing Craig Counsell. And so I slept on it, and I wrote down some notes about my morning mind dump in regards to Craig Counsell. First things first, forgiveness is abound. Everybody deserves forgiveness and grace. Yeah. And this is a business, right? He made a business decision. And Wisconsin sports fans are about as passionate as they come. So imagine if this happens in a different city that's literally not so nice. What would that look like? Like, is Brewers to the Cubs the worst possible move someone could make in sports? What about Yankees to the Mets? What about Cubs to the White Sox or Reds to the Guardians? There's a thing there.
Mm-hmm.
Or pick a different sport. Or is it because it was the manager and the way it went down with replacing somebody that already had a job? Like, what if we could pinpoint what it is for us? What is it? And I believe that it comes back to Craig being one of us. I don't think it matters if he's not. It matters, but not nearly the deep cut with him being one of us. He grew up in Wisconsin. He grew up in Milwaukee. His dad worked for the Brewers. He played for the Brewers. And I don't care if it was a marketing piece, but he came out and said, this will always be my team. I grew up wanting to be Robin Yount. We'll never forget these impactful dates, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That matters. But my question, and maybe a little bit of my mind dump here, is it Craig or is it the case? Josh, what do you think? Nicolay Law fan talking text line, what do you think? Is it the fact that it was Craig Counsell, or is it just matter of fact that it's the case? 414-677-1250.
This is no different than yesterday. You can't separate it, man. What makes all of this and the level of hate is the fact that you're able to take all of these ingredients in this unique situation and put them together. It's the fact that he was one of us, that he did have all of this, that he was the Brewers manager, that he was the most winningest Brewers manager, and that he went to the Cubs instead of the Yankees or the Mets or one of these other teams. It's all of those things that come together that make it what it is. I had a question for you with you saying, like, it's just the one of us. When you said one of us, you mean like in the same ways, like he also watched Cubs games on WGN?
I will punch you.
Or like that he also pretended he was Andre Dawson when he played wiffle ball with his friends instead of going with Ken Griffey Jr. or someone else? Is that what you mean? I'm just trying to make sure I understand correctly when you say one of us, like for you. Like, is that what you mean?
When we first started doing this show together inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, I said that I stalked your entire Facebook page because I did.
Yeah.
I'd never met you before. It was like blind dating live on the radio.
Yeah.
You better hope I never find something on there that I can hold over your head. Like my stupid friends texting in going,
there's plenty of things, but you won't find me being a Cubs fan.
I'm not a Cubs fan.
Oh,
can anyone else relate to this that's listening to this show? 414-677-1250. Am I the only one that grew up watching some of the Cubs play on WGN? That can't be. I wasn't a fan, but I was 9 years old. I happened to know a couple players, like 3 or 4. I also knew other players on other teams. I also knew Brewers players, but I did not have the ability to be at County Stadium every single game or watch every single game on TV. However, especially during the summer when we were home, I'm going to lose my voice again because you're.
Listen, whoa. Hey, this is your mind dump. I haven't even gotten to mine. I'm just here.
You haven't?
No, go ahead.
Well, hurry
this is
up.
you. No, this is on you.
I can't be alone is my point. I cannot be alone. 414-677-1250. Somebody else was like, yeah, you know what? I've been told this in person or via text from buddies. Yeah, dude, I grew up watching the Cubs too. Like it is what it is. It was what it was. And it didn't matter then. The Brewers were in the AL. It did not matter. That's like, well, you go. I don't want to.
What? I don't know. Listen,
my little bald, my lot of bald spots.
Your lot of bald.
Damn it, Josh.
You know what? I feel like you needed all the morning mind dump today. That's okay. Listen, the whole thing I wanted to get off my chest and that I was looking at was just analyzing this game and looking at the fact that it's a completely, in my opinion, everything that we have been looking at, the questions we had in game 1. Is this team ready? They had this long break. Are they going to come out? They're going to be okay. Answered. Okay. Game 2. We had all these questions. Is, Ashby going to be a good starter in this bullpen game? Who's going to come out after him? What's going on with Churio? Okay. Ended up being okay. Game 3. My brain is almost like freaking out that it doesn't have questions. It doesn't have something to analyze in this game. It's just Priester's pitching. It's in Chicago. They win, they clinch and go to the NLCS. It's all laid out. It's all laid out. And as a fan with anxiety, I'm sitting here going, just get me to the game. There's nothing I can think about, fester on, worry about prior to. It's all laid out. It's just going to be either the Brewers take care of business, finish this, do not let the Cubs have that sign of a heartbeat, or the Cubs come out, they prove, yup, we didn't do as well on the road, but we're home now, baby, and these Brewers should look out. That's what's going to happen. I'm just, get me here. Get me to 4 o'clock.
How's your heart?
It's getting there. Yeah.
There's nothing more favorite of mine on this show so far. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. When you get all fired up.
Yeah,
and somebody,
listen, that's a good mind dump too. I'm going to add that. I don't know how I feel about the fact that you like when my heart rate gets too high.
Oh,
that
really?
That can't be good for my health.
Oh, okay, mister. I was going to pass out. I was laughing so hard when I spilled my water yesterday. So,
well, I can't help it was funny.
Well, but you were rejoicing in my agony.
No, I checked right away. I said, "Are your electronics okay?"
That had nothing to do with me, did it?
No, but I was worried about the computer. Computers are expensive.
The Nicolay Law fan talking text line is flying this morning. You guys are the best. 414-677-1250. We're gonna continue the morning mind dump. We've all experienced that, right? Like you think you're done, you're not. Yeah, the morning mind dump continues next here on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, Wisconsin? Welcome back. This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We are live on YouTube if you want to look at a bald guy and his little buddy.
Hi.
Hi. Josh Albrecht, Trevor Thomas. Follow us on Twitter, at Trevor Thomas IW, at On Air Josh, at Inside Wis Sports. That's there for you, and the interaction on Twitter is a blast. Having a blast, and all over on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line as well. 414-677-1250. Make sure to follow The Fan on Facebook and Twitter at The Fan Milwaukee. The website, thefanmilwaukee.com. I got a text on the side from Papa Bear and we're not sure if we agree with this. We actually don't agree with this, but it's funny. It says, not every... Let me get this right. I want to make sure I don't swear on the air. Not every a-hole is a Cubs fan, but every Cubs fan is an a-hole. Bit of a stretch, but I understand what he's saying. Bit of a stretch, but I understand what he's saying.
It's a good line.
Yeah,
I like
really
that line.
All right, back to this talking text line with our friends at Nicolay Law. We've got a bunch, and we want you to be involved. This is a carryover from a segment we do every single morning here at 7 on the Fan, on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. We call it the Morning Mind Dump.
Mm-hmm.
It's 7 a.m. The coffee's kicked in.
Yep.
There's some things we got to get off our chest or out of our heads that you can now say to us, and we can say to you, this is a safe place. So what do you got to get off your chest? Josh, read a couple of these. This is
I think so. As we go here, I think a lot of this ties into your mind dump. Again, your question of, is it, what is it the situation of why we were so mad and we're booing Craig Counsell, or is it, the Craig Counsell himself and the fact that he said he was one of us, et cetera, et cetera. 920 says it's Greg and all Greg. He left us for the scrubs.
Yep, we know that.
Okay. 608 says Counsell going to the Cubs is right up there with Favre going to the Vikings.
Okay, so that's a great comparison.
We
talked
had
a little bit about
comparison.
this yesterday, yeah?
Yep.
Is it worse, though? Because this feels worse. And the way I'm processing this is right now, Favre is still playing for the Vikings. And I hated him when he played for the purple team. Right now, not a big fan of Craig Counsell. Will that change?
And what did I tell you then? It is so dependent on his success with the Cubs. If they get to make more memories, historic memories, if I'm seeing highlights, if there are front pages of newspapers with him celebrating and high-fiving Chicago Cubs as they win things, it is going to be more and more difficult to welcome him back, just the way that it's going to be.
So I also had the question of, was I the only one that grew up watching the Cubs on WGN because I was essentially forced to? Like, it was the only day baseball games that I had on as a kid. And although I'm not a Cubs fan, I certainly watched a lot of Cubs baseball when I was 9 years old. So the question was, am I the only one? I can't be the only one.
Yes.
I'm not the only person here in Southeast Wisconsin that grew up watching WGN, and every once in a great while after Bozo, the Cubs were on throughout the day. That's what somebody said in the 414. The only thing I know from WGN was Bozo the Clown. Can we just pause for a second? Was that not the creepiest crap as an adult looking back?
I didn't watch it.
You need to look up some clips.
It's okay.
No, it's oh. Are you not a clown guy?
I mean, not that I'm terrified of them or something.
You sure?
Like I don't like them.
Are you scared of clowns?
No, I'm not scared of clowns.
Okay, that's not because I was hoping you were.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're still looking for something. I mean, you'll get
I am. Oh, I'll get you. Don't worry. I will get you.
Yes.
So Bozo, long story short, Bozo was this morning program on WGN with a studio audience with a bunch of kids and adults, and they played different games, and they ended every show with this ping pong bucket toss. And looking back on that, that's not something that I should have been dedicating my time to. It's scary as hell as an adult. That Bozo was the scariest clown ever. And I'm not alone. Keep going. Look at these.
Yeah, so there was one guy here in the 608 who said, I grew up watching the Cubs on WGN because I loved baseball. I'm still a Brewers fan, have been since day one. So, and it looks like that came in from Trevor's burner phone. So, whoever that is, that's a cool text. You have someone there that agreed with you. There's someone else here who wanted to get their morning mind dump in here, and they asked, do you think Craig asked Murph to tell the fans to stop booing him because he is getting up in his feels? No, I seriously doubt that happened. But if it did, it would have probably sounded like, yeah, well, they're just, they're booing me. And,
I mean,
listen, Murph, I don't like it. And, so
that's what it sounds like.
If, I don't know, if you, on your presser, if you could say something to the fans, if they'll listen to you, all right, that'd be cool.
Good Lord. We lived through that for years. 414. I feel you, Trevor. I think a lot of us watched Jordan and the Bulls on WGN back in the 90s and didn't watch the Bucks a lot when they were horrible.
Yeah, I admitted that, by the way.
Yeah, I love Jordan growing up, but that's why. That's WGN. How do you not? Right.
Well, I also got to watch him on NBC because, he was in the finals a lot. He was Michael Jordan.
Look at Jason from Kenosha chiming back in. Another reason Kenosha is in the DMZ for Wisconsin versus Illinois. Many watched the Cubs on WGN back in the day. You're fine, Trevor. What? By the way, speaking of, he's glad that he taught us the word Illinois. I taught him fish tab. Do you know what fish tab is?
I don't.
You want to give it a shot?
No, I have
so you
no
know what
idea.
fib is?
Yes.
Effing Illinois. Bah. I don't know if you can say that word or not.
Uh-huh.
Fish tab, for all of you new to the show and new to these fun lyrics we spill, is effing Illinois S-head towing a boat.
Wow.
Fish tab.
Yeah.
Effing Illinois S-head towing a boat. Why do I have that? Because I live in Green Bay, and you have not lived life unless you've been behind a fish tab on the way to Door County.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, anytime you're heading north, you're going to see 2-3 of them.
Do you remember, were you with me on Saturday when Charlie Barons did that toast?
Yes.
He was like, toast to us and the Brewers and fans and toll-free roads.
Yeah. Oh, and let me tell you, like the crowd was getting into it. It was a ramp up of, yeah. And then when he said toll-free roads, it was like, yeah. like, oh, did people love that?
Hey, 414, welcome. I'm embarrassed I wasn't aware of your show earlier.
That's okay. You are now.
You are now. You're here. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. What else do you see, bud?
Yo, there's a ton of stuff. Nick in Greenfield here. I totally understand, Trevor. I regret to admit that as a kid, for a year or two, Sammy Sosa was my favorite player, and the Cubs became my favorite team. The Brewers were terrible, and Sosa was in the home run chase. At some point, I realized I had been hoodwinked and came back to the Brewers.
Welcome back.
Yes. Listen, that time, the thing is, that was different. The steroid home run contest between McGuire and Sosa was different than, your Andre Dawson time. And that was unavoidable watching that. I mean, that was on every highlight. That was on local Wisconsin news. You were watching local Wisconsin sports news, and, after weather, Sammy Sosa hit another dinger in Oakland. Like, it didn't even have anything to do with the Brewers, but it couldn't be ignored. So, I don't know. I give you more of a pass on that, Nick.
Well, I apparently got the name of the ping pong thing wrong. It's called, what does it say here? The Grand Prize Game?
I have no idea. That's it. Was that with Bozo?
The Grand Prize Game. That's what it was called. I know you didn't watch Bozo. I forgot about Rocky and Bullwinkle on WGN too.
I used to watch Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Well, there you go. How'd you watch that and not Bozo? Was that not at the same time?
Well, I mean, I think Rocky Bullwinkle could have been on other stations too.
We got a lot of baseball to talk about as well this morning.
We do. Because there's a game.
There's a game.
4.
And speaking of Cubs fans, we're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive at the top of the next hour. Our starting pitcher tonight, Quinn Priester, he didn't grow up watching the Cubs on WGN, just watching the Cubs on WGN. He grew up a Cubs fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like a real one.
Mm-hmm.
Like going to the games, was at the World Series in 2016, wore the gear.
Like recent.
Recent-ish. So I have questions about that. We're going to break that down about Quinn Priester, the former Cubs fan, starting pitcher tonight.
Oh, well, and I have questions about that. I have questions about you saying the former Cubs fan.
Well, you think you still got it?
Listen, when you're this is something as not a professional athlete that I think is something worth discussing. Let's do that next.
I also need your help next.
Okay.
Though. I have a request. So I
Always
want
here to
to
help.
break down the game at 8, but I have one request in our next segment. So keep it here, and here's what I need your help with. Follow us along on Twitter. It's at Trevor Thomas IW and at On Air Josh, and also follow the show. It's at Inside Wis Sports. Think about this, and then we're going to talk about it in the next segment. I have a job today to come up with a 30-song sports playlist. The genre doesn't matter. If you hear the song, you think about sports. And I have to have this done like today. And I need your help. I have a number of them, but I need your help. It's for a project I'm working on, and it needs to happen today. So would you please, on the Twitter, follow along at Inside Wis Sports, tag myself and Josh, and just send us a tweet letting us know what songs you think of when it comes to sports. You hear this song, doesn't matter the genre, and you think about sports.
Yeah,
I need to know what that is.
I can help you with that as well, buddy. I got
We're going to do that in the next segment. There's a lot of good going on here, ladies and gentlemen. We're glad to have you with us. The all-new lineup here on The Fan, Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor Thomas and Josh Albrecht. 9 to noon with John Kuhn. The Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Thunder Nellis, presented by Verizon. And then Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's, along with the Fan Postgame Show with Tommy Wartz. Also known as local live programming, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hi, how you doing? Inside Wisconsin Sports. That's what's on now. I'm Trevor. He's Josh, and we are live from the 1250 a.m. and 105.7 FM, The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome in. This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Follow us on Twitter at Trevor Thomas IW and at On Air Josh. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht. Man, good to be here, Josh.
Oh, it's the best.
Blast.
We've been having so much fun.
This morning is absolutely bonkers. The talk and text line presented by Nicolay Law, 414-677-1250. The Nicolay Law fan talk and text line, 414-677-1250. Make sure to follow the fan on Twitter and Facebook. It's at the Fan Milwaukee. The website, thefanmilwaukee.com. You can listen on the Odyssey app if indeed you're out of range on the old FM and AM dial. It's free. Download the Odyssey app. And you can also, I say this like semi-begrudgingly,
Yeah,
but also
I know.
come on over. It's just, it feels, hey, come watch us. You know, if you want to watch live radio on YouTube, search Inside Wisconsin Sports on YouTube. We'll pop up right away. You can see our mugs. Most of the time, you can only see what's under Josh's brim because the camp, like, I love that hat. Like it says Milwaukee under your brim.
Mm-hmm.
I am in the process of growing out. Where's my water?
Be
I'm
careful.
not throwing my hat. Hang on.
Be careful.
So I'm in the process of growing out
Yeah.
a playoff head of hair. I'm balding, and most of the time, what was that? I said I'm balding, and you made that.
Well, I mean, this is the first time this in the last like 72 hours, first time I haven't seen you completely bald.
Yeah, it's not good.
So I don't know how
I
that
am
works.
I am a follically challenged male.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is I'm only follically challenged on the top of my head. Boy, do I have the ability to grow hair literally everywhere else.
Yeah, it's just growing in the wrong places. That's all.
Not on top of my head. So, however, I'm a bearded man, and I've been so for, 15 years now, I think. So I'm the shaved head beard guy. I agreed with Josh to grow out a playoff bald, not a playoff beard, a playoff bald. And so I am,
What a
I
name.
shaved my head Saturday. I think it had to have been Friday. I shaved my head Friday before we came down to Milwaukee for the game. I have not shaved it since. So if you'd like to join us on YouTube, search Inside Wisconsin Sports. This is what we're dealing with. Look at this, Josh.
I mean, I see it. And
it's bad.
listen, it is perfect. You know why it's perfect? Because it's still there for a reason. It's still there because the Brewers have given you a reason for it to be there. And so I hope that it keeps going and it just looks hideous and that we all get to enjoy it for another month.
Okay, real quick on that note, I have good news and bad news. The good news is if we get to enjoy it for another month, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The bad news is if this goes to Game 7, and let's just wish it into existence that the Brewers are there and it's the most hype thing ever.
Yeah.
That's November 1st. Guess who committed to doing a no-shave November?
Whoa. Are you saying
It might be 2 months.
that would count?
It carries over.
Whoa.
Because I'm not shaving it while the Brewers are still in this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
so then,
this is bad.
Then you're going to go till December 1st?
It's not good.
What, are you going to have a ponytail by then? I don't know how this works.
Oh, God.
Let's go, Brewers.
You know what? Yeah. Honestly, I should be taking progress photos and posting them on Twitter.
Oh my gosh. You yourself could have the before and after of without using any product. Here's how I was before the Brewers started winning in the postseason. Once I got Brewer fever, you can see it just all started growing back.
That's outstanding.
Oh,
Get with us on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking Text Line, 414-677-1250. All right, I need your help. I have to put together a playlist that is 30 songs deep of music that when you hear, you think of sports, right? So like John Fogerty, Center Field comes to mind, or Cheap Seats from Alabama. But what else? I mean, there's a bunch.
Yeah.
So get with us on Twitter at Trevor Thomas IW, at On Air Josh, and the show is at Inside Wiss Sports. Go there, follow us, and then tell us what song has to be on this 30-song playlist. I'm working on a project, and I need help. 30 songs is a lot. I was like, oh, no problem. I can do this. And then like 7 songs in, I'm like, oh, crap.
So,
I need help.
Right off the bat, just, talking with you here, I know that I just have to play the random bag of bumpers, but, in a previous life, I actually enjoyed picking the song based on what was going on. So I feel like I'll be able to help you here. But I have a question. I have a clarifying question. Are you looking for songs that directly are talking about sports, or songs that make people think about sports because they're played at stadiums or they were featured in sports movies? That all kind of is going to be a factor in this.
Yeah, I think specifically sports is going to be tough because I don't know that there's a lot of those, but here's one already that we just got tagged on Twitter, right? So at Inside Wiss Sports, somebody says, I'm all right. Right? Well, that's Caddyshack.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Wild Thing, that's Major League.
Yep.
That makes sense. Bang on the drum all day. That's what happens when the Packers score a touchdown.
Yep.
That makes sense.
I mean, listen,
roll out the barrel.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Listen, you can go through, all of the Jock Jams CDs, Space Jam. If you want to get specific, you're going to do Basketball by Curtis Blow. Literally, it says we're playing basketball. There are a lot of, that's why I asked, like, how specific does it have to be talking about an in-sport, like sports in the song, or can it just relate to something that makes you think sports?
So all the above. The answer is yes. And then hopefully we get so many that we need to narrow it down. Here's another one. Boys of Fall, Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
That's a good one. There's a lot coming in on the Nicolay Law fan talk and text line as well. Look at this. Holy moly. The amount of text that we're getting this morning. Just pause.
Yeah.
So grateful.
Yes.
You're listening to Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, and we could not be happier that you are here with us on the fan. And you're all here at the same time, which is so amazing.
Yeah. Welcome. We clean the living room. Come on and come on in.
Take your shoes off.
Yes, please.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Josie texted the Nicolay Law fan talking text line. Our friend Josie. Oh, there you go. There's another one. I love how she didn't even recommend that one, the one that had her own name in it. She said, Jump Around.
Yep, got to have it.
And she said, Sweet Caroline gets played a lot there.
A lot. Yeah, that's true.
What about We Are the Champions?
Yep. Yeah, that's
A
good.
lot of those.
I went from, oh my God, how are we going to find 30 songs? And 2 minutes into this, oh my God, how are we going to narrow this down to 30 songs?
All right. And now we're at 28 songs. Okay. See?
Yeah. There's more to come. Jeepers, creepers. Jason in the 920. Trevor's playoff reverse mohawk is bringing us luck.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes. Keep it going.
I have to remember. Yeah, I am. Do you honestly think that I'm going to go against this and shave my head? Absolutely
you're
not.
Committed.
Here's how bald I am. It has been almost a week, and I have my hat on backwards, and you cannot tell that I'm growing my hair out whatsoever.
Yeah.
It looks bald.
But you take that hat off because you just threw it at a bottle of water all over your electronics.
Nah, that was yesterday.
And you can tell. You can see it. And that's what we appreciate.
We are so glad that we see you here on the fan with our all-new lineup. Man, what a set. What a group.
Absolutely.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor Thomas and Josh Albrecht. That's us. How you doing? 9 to noon with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff. Boys are back in town. Oh, there's another one. The boys are back in town.
Yep. Oh,
9 to noon
like 15
with
more.
Kuhn. It's back. Noon to 2, the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Thunder Nellis, presented by Verizon. 2 to 5 is Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's with our guy, Steve Sparky Pfeiffer. And 5 to 6, the Fan Postgame Show with Tommy Wartz. An hour spent literally just looking up the, quote, best clips of the day from all the different shows, and we rewind with you. The Nicolay Law fan talk and text line is wide open and absolutely flying today. 414-677-1250. Save it. Save it in your phone right now.
Absolutely. Put it in there.
414-677-1250. One more time. 414-677-1250 and at Inside Wiss Sports on Twitter, at On Air Josh on Twitter, and at Trevor Thomas IW on Twitter. We need your help. We got to build a playlist, 30 songs deep. we're essentially trying to build a bumper playlist. Okay, we got permission yesterday to try to put together some songs that we want to use here on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Let's just see what we can put together. I'm also working on a separate project with all of those.
Yeah, listen, the fun of this is that every day that we're doing the show, there's something new, there's something we're doing to make it better, and we're just happy to have all of these people with us. It's great.
You're here, and so are we. You are listening to Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Yeah, it's a great bunch of guys. Nobody expected them. Nobody predicted us to be over 500. We didn't sign a lot of free agents. We didn't sign any really, but we didn't do a lot at the trade deadline. People just didn't expect us to be in this position, but it's because of the guys in the room. They care about each other. It sounds corny, but it's real, and we have a team.
We have a team, and we are a team here at Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. And we're so glad to have you on the team. Live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Follow us on Twitter at Trevor Thomas IW and at On Air Josh. Trevor Thomas, and he is Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
Follow the show at Inside Wis Sports. We need your help right now. We're looking to build a 30-song playlist of music that you hear that either includes sports or makes you think about sports, or if this pops on, you think about that sports moment or this or that. Is it allowed? Are we allowed to play I don't know if I should say this all out. The Bulls theme song?
Yeah.
Like, that's a good one.
Yeah.
When I hear
Alan
like,
Parsons Project?
That's it.
Yeah.
When that was my wedding walkout song.
Mine too.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we just become best friends?
I literally had a buddy of mine, Jim, shout out Jim Roth, what's up? Who I had as the announcer, and we did our wedding party, came out as if it was like the lineup.
This was meant to be, but
dude,
it's exactly what we did.
Wild.
Big fan. Follow The Fan on Facebook and Twitter at The Fan Milwaukee, the website, thefanmilwaukee.com. Watch us live on YouTube, and that's one way that you can go and grab our show after it's on the air. The YouTube. Search Inside Wisconsin Sports, and there we will be in all of our glory. The Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line is wide open for you, and when I say wide open, I mean jam-packed. Outstanding texts this morning from all of you. 414-677-1250. Save it, would you? 414-677-1250. We cannot wait to interact with all of you. All right, there's a big baseball game tonight.
Yes, there is. It's about time we talk about it.
We've been talking about it all morning.
Not enough. I need to go. I need to get it out. We're
going. Here we go. All right, so I want to play some audio yesterday from Pat Murphy joining Pat McAfee on ESPN, talking about the moment he saw the Brewers gain their edge.
A special group last year, and we won the league by 10 games. Again, unexpected. People were calling it going to be a rebuild, and the team just performed. And then we got knocked off in the first round in a dramatic fashion, and I think they remember that. And then coming back this year, we lost two of our great players and didn't really replace them with that much of that people would know, but we replaced them with people that are the right people. And then the season got off to a slow start. We were 0-4. People were really worried about us. There was a spot in Pittsburgh. We're on the road. It's a dreary day. There's 350 people in the stands, and we're down in the game, and we've got like 3 or 4 at bats in a row. 0-2 count to base hit. 0-2 count to ball 4. 0-2 count double in the corner. 0-2 count double in the corner. And I'm like, now that's the edge we're talking about.
Now that's
there we go.
The edge we're talking about. What he's referencing is the series the Brewers had at the Pirates May 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Specifically which game? I don't know.
Yeah.
But one of those. And you might recall, Josh, that it was only up from there. And a lot of the conversation early in the season and throughout was, what is the Brewers' identity? What is their call sign, if you will? What is it that they are going to be known for? And that is the series that Murph said on Pat McAfee yesterday. That's when they found the edge. So if you're looking back, how crazy was that first month and a half, 2 months of the season, where I believe it was that time frame, the Brewers were 25-28 or something like that. And when they found that edge, that's what's gotten us here. That's when it changed.
That's when everything flipped. Everything. Mindset, fan base, the heart, the enjoyment of the season, it all flipped.
I said in a previous life that I was a little worried about the the wind being taken out of our sails, whatever you want to say, when we had the Bob Uecker Memorial game. I know it needed to happen, and I know that it was the greatest day in the history of Milwaukee Brewers baseball for all the wrong reasons.
Sure.
But I was a little worried that was going to kind of bring a damper to it. And so I'm really glad now that to know when that went away the first time. And they have clearly found their edge the second time. Murphy said that series against the Pirates at the mid to end of May was when they found their edge, and they have found it again here in playoff baseball. Game 3 of the NLDS this afternoon, 4:08. We've asked you kindly, are you going? If you are, take a video and tag us on Twitter at Inside Wis Sports. We want to see the pandemonium. We caught wind that there are people potentially tailgating in the parking lot of the Amtrak train that was set up specifically to take Brewers fans down to the dump, a.k.a. Wrigley Field. That's what we call it here on Inside Wisconsin Sports.
Correct.
With Trevor and Josh, the dump. We want to see the videos. We want to see somebody take a video getting off of that train. We want to see some videos from the train. And I want to know, and so does Josh, how many Brewers fans are showing up at the dump today? Somebody said, Josh, that if the Brewers clinch tonight and sweep the Cubs, that they should celebrate on Wrigley Field itself.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh.
About that.
I don't know about that, but I will tell you there are going to be celebrations. There are going to be parties. And it's not the first time. It wouldn't be the first time where there have been big game celebrations for the Brewers happening at the dump. Let us not forget, iconic Game 163 took place at the dump as well. And there were a lot of Brewers fans there as well. They had a good outing in the stands, celebrating afterwards. Man, I just so hope that the whole state has a reason to party tonight on a Wednesday, middle of the week. I hope that our Thursdays, we are hurting. We are tired. Our heads are hurting because we partied last night. Man, did we have something to celebrate.
Quinn Priester takes the mound for the Brewers.
Yes.
He is 13-3 on the year with a 3.32 ERA and 132 strikeouts. He's going up against good old Jameson from the Cubs, a righty as well, 11-7 with a 3.68 ERA. We talked yesterday though, Josh, that Quinn Priester is the best Brewers pitcher away from AmFam Field.
In the regular season, he was. Yep.
14 starts, 6-1 on the road. And so that's why the tomfoolery that happened with the bullpen game, which now that some of the details of that are coming out, all of the predictions of Coy and strategy and all of those things happening for a reason came true.
Yeah.
I don't know where I read it, so I'm sorry if I'm not giving somebody like Adam McCalvy or whoever credit here, but it was so detailed. Their plan of attack was so detailed on how to spin this from a bullpen game to the Cubs don't know which way we're moving, that they had Priester warm up. They had him warm up in the bullpen to show everybody, like, yep, that's probably the case. He's going to be the one coming in. Psych!
Oops.
Not the case.
Nope.
All right, so what are your predictions? What are your understandings? Where do you stand?
Yes.
How do you feel? 4:08 first pitch. You're going to be at Natty Oaks.
Yes, I will.
With Wisconsin Sports Daily and the leadoff show with Tommy Wartz.
Starting
it
at 2.
It all starts at 2. Natty Oaks on National Avenue. Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery, National Avenue in West Dallas. Josh?
Yes.
Tell us what we need to know.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? Last 2 games, there were questions. There were things you could discuss. There were things that you could occupy your sports mind with when it came to this series against the Cubs. There were narratives. There were things you were looking at. The only thing, all of this is laid out for Game 3. There's nothing to worry about besides, can the Brewers finish the job in 3? Can they get this done, or will the Cubs say we still have life? That's it. There's no guessing who's going to be with the pitching matchup. We know it's Priester. It's not going to be, well, is someone hurt? What's going to be going on with the lineup? No, Churio's fine. He's going to be in the game. Any of these concerns that we've had, they don't exist. It's all laid out in front of us, and the Brewers just have to stay locked in. I will tell you, remember, this Priester has not pitched. I looked this up before the show. Priester has not pitched in since the 26th was, I think, the last game. So I think it's been, I don't know, someone else do the math. There was told there was going to be no math. 12, 13 days, whatever it is. So, it's he hasn't pitched in a while. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. No idea. Have no idea, but know that. He is pitching on the road, which for some reason, the records show he did much better on the road. He was our guy. We won a lot of games when Priester was on the mound this season. That's another thing to definitely hang your hat on. But this is postseason baseball. In my mind, when I look at that, the regular season was fun. I'm looking at the stats now. And the stats now say that the bats have been hot. They need to stay hot. The Brewers are up 2-0. Priester is 0-0 with a 0.00 ERA. He is coming in. It is a blank sheet. I have no idea what's going to happen tonight. I am hoping that he comes out hot, and I hope that the bullpen is ready to go too, if not, because we might need them too, especially if things get out of hand and this offense still gives this team a chance. That has been the big key to games 1 and 2. I hope it's the key all the way through a World Series, and is that regardless of what the pitchers are doing or how this team is pitching, the offense is going to say, we got you, and continue doing these clutch things that they are doing, because we need it again tonight. And man, do I want to be able to say, we took care of the Cubbies. We did it in 3. We left them in Chicago, and we went home and got ready for the next series. Let's go.
Let's go. See, that's what I exactly predicted, was that we're going to sweep the Cubs. And I've had this fairy tale story in my head for weeks now of wanting to sweep the Cubs and send Craig packing. And then I want to play the Dodgers because we owe them. And we swept them during the regular season. We know how to beat the Dodgers. And then if it's meant to be, I want to play the Yankees in the World Series. And the reason is because those Suns guns swept us to start the season and put a horrible taste in our mouths to start this campaign. Wow, did we recover from that?
Yep.
And Murph said earlier in the audio piece that we shared that it all started when they found their grit, they found their moxie, they found their edge against the Pirates in mid to late May. You'll learn as you listen to Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. And if you've maybe heard our voices in the past, I am an eternal optimist. That's how we start our show at the top of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an eternal optimist, and Josh is a realist.
Correct.
And that take just there about this afternoon was a very realistic take. Here's what the optimist side says.
Good. Let's hear it.
Nothing would lead me to believe that we're not going to go into the dump today. That's what we call Wrigley Field on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. The dump. Nothing would lead me to believe anything other than us going into the dump, playing the baseball that we know we need to play and can play and have proved in games 1 and game 2 that, hello, there was nothing to worry about. Yes, we did not finish the regular season like we played the middle of the regular season. I'll give you that. 8-game win streak, 11-game win streak, a franchise record 14-game win streak. And we're back. The bats are back. The pitching is back. The Miz is back.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that piece? He said he couldn't feel his feet.
Yeah.
He didn't know where his feet
were.
But
he landed. He said, but I landed. I love that.
And then he completely went ballistic. We have not had a game in this series where the best of what we have to offer on both sides of the ball has been needed. I'm not saying that it hasn't been there, but we haven't had those moments that when we need to make those plays, we need to have those at-bats, that's how we became the team that we are. We show up in those moments. And gratefully, in games 1 and game 2, our bats showed up so early and so often that those moments seem to be less important, even though the Brewers, knock on wood, have been playing unbelievable defense in the NLDS. If the Brewers get it done this afternoon, it will be only the 3rd playoff series the Milwaukee Brewers have won since 1982. And don't get me wrong,
I understand all of the comparisons to the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers team. But from the outside looking in, and from a guy that was born in 1983, I understand that we want to move away from I wish and can't wait and hope to compare this team this year to some team in the future.
Yeah.
We already are.
I know.
We already are.
But do not get ahead of yourself. That's my thing. We all have these aspirations, these dreams, maybe even expectations of what this team is going to do. One game at a time. Do not lose focus. Stay locked in. Today,
is there something that's leading you to believe that they're not going to be able to do that?
I listen, they're still human, right? They're different. They're not going to approach this as a fan because they're not fans. They're athletes, they're players. They can't have the same mindset that I do as a fan. If they do, they wouldn't be professional athletes. Like, it's just, they're built different, right? But there are still emotions and things that go along with this, right? That's why we see players look at the schedules and go, well, I'm already on to that next week. And then they end up losing because they didn't stay locked in on their opponent that week. It just happens in sports sometimes, where athletes do that. All I can do as a fan is say what I'm feeling and what I'm hoping the team is also doing. I need them to stay locked in. I don't want them to look at the percentages and go, I don't know, 88% of the time, I'm making that up, I don't know the stat, that teams go up 2-0 in the divisional series, it ends with that team winning. I don't know. Don't look at that. You got to go into this as it's one game. Take care of business now.
So I said it earlier that I think we have to consider that the Cubbies bats have not showed up in game 1 or game 2 like it did in game 3 of the wild card series. They hit the long ball, that we know. However, reports say that there is a wind blowing in from center field at the dump today, so the long ball may or may not come into play. But I'd call it small ball Brewers baseball or just good baseball. I mean, look at the way the Brewers started game 1 of the NLDS. Double RBI, pitching change. I mean, all but there. 4 or 5 batters in, 6 batters into the first inning. Wasn't it Blake Perkins at bat, the one that made you cry?
Yep.
That was the at bat that made the pitching change happen.
That got Boyd out of the inning. Yep.
And that's the type of baseball that we're used to seeing from the Milwaukee Brewers.
And then they show irregular postseason baseball, by the way.
You say irregular?
That is not what you'd usually see in a postseason baseball game, is that type of play. That's small ball. It's usually pitchers are pitching lights out. They make a mistake. Did the other team take advantage and take it yard? That's what we've seen time and time again across all the rest of these games.
That's what happened last night in the Yankees game.
Exactly. Brewers are saying we got our own way.
And it is working.
Yep.
We have our own way here at the Fan, and it is so friggin' fantastic. Get it? Fantastic. Get it? Nailed it. The all-new lineup on the Fan. Local live programming from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and we are so glad you're here. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor, Thomas, and Josh Albrecht. We kick it off every single morning from 6 to 9 here on the Fan. Then we go 9 to noon with John Kuhn. You might recall that name. 9 to noon is back, baby, with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff, 9 a.m. to noon. The Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Thunder Nellis, presented by Verizon, is on from noon to 2. So glad to have Mason be a part of the team in this lineup. Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's. Our guys Steve, Sparky, Pfeiffer, back and better than ever, 2 to 5. And then the Fan Postgame Show with Tommy Wartz from 5 to 6. We're also really good at this here at the Fan. It's getting out and seeing all of you. So join us this afternoon, would you please? Come watch the game with us at Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery on National Avenue in West Allis this afternoon. Wisconsin Sports Daily will be there. The leadoff show with Tommy Wartz will be there. Josh Albrecht will be there.
I'll be there.
I caught wind that there might be a different personality here on the station that is going to make an appearance.
He might have played football, maybe.
Maybe not. We'll see. But he might be there. And it's this afternoon, and we hope you will be there. Starting at 2, at Natty Oaks Pub and Eatery on National Avenue in West Allis on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan. You are listening to Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, and we are so glad to have you here. Thanks for coming on with us this morning. We are live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Hey guys, it's game day today. Today is the day of the potential series clinching game 3, and I want you to join me and the rest of the fan on October 8th today for the game 3 watch party at Natty Oaks in West Allis. Natty Oaks is there to shuttle you to the stadium on game days, and they're the best place to watch postseason baseball. Join me and the fan for the game 3 watch party. We're going to have giveaways, drink specials, wings, smash can burgers. Tommy will be there doing the leadoff show live. Sparky will be there as well. It's going to be a blast today at Natty Oaks, where Nashville and Oklahoma meet in West Allis. The fun starts at 2, and then the game starts at 4. Come watch it with us. We are going to have a blast at Natty Oaks in West Allis. Natty Oaks, small bar, big attitude.
Hey, what's up, Wisconsin? Welcome Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. So many people this morning, Josh, are tuning in to this show for the very first time.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? Good to meet you. Welcome to the program.
Welcome in. Trevor had me clean the house. He said we might have guests coming. We do ask you take your shoes off, but there's plenty of seats in the living room. And let me know, if I left anything out.
Your wife is going to be pissed at me because I made you clean our house, but when I stopped at your house on Saturday, I wasn't allowed in because you didn't clean your house.
No, she is constantly disappointed in the mess I make in life, whether it be physical stuff or just mental, emotional. And I go, yeah, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Especially right now, especially during a Brewers postseason run. I am a mess.
And we would have it no other way.
No, she would. But it
is so good to have you all here. Would she, though? Would she? I don't think she would.
Well,
give yourself a little credit.
Okay, if you say so.
I say so. Welcome Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. We're so glad to have you here in not only our show, but here on The Fan. A lot of you may or may not be tuning in this morning for the first time in either a long time or maybe ever. And we are so glad you're here because you, my friends, have a lot to look forward to. This new lineup on The Fan that we launched just a mere 2.5 weeks ago is some of the best stuff I've ever been a part of in my entire life.
Agreed.
6 to 9, Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor Thomas and Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
9 to noon is called 9 to Noon with John Kuhn. Ever heard of him? Thought you might have. He's back, baby. 9 to Noon with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff every day, Monday through Friday, here on The Fan from 9 to noon. The Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Thunder Nellis, presented by Verizon, is on every day from noon to 2. Wisconsin Sports Daily with our guy Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, presented and served up by Wendy's, is from 2 to 5.
Oh, speaking of Wendy's, by the way, look, I got some Wendy's. Got some Wendy's breakfast right here. I mean, this is a breakfast Baconator, which is without a doubt my favorite breakfast item. I'm just gonna. So anyway, I'm sorry.
In front of me.
I'm sorry to interrupt. You continue. You son of it. Oh, it's good.
Jeez. All right. So for those of you that don't know, I'm in Green Bay. I live in Green Bay. I've worked in Green Bay. I've been doing this since I was 16, but I've been in Green Bay a long time. And you'll know that whether it's there in Southeast Wisconsin where Josh is pounding a Baconator in front of me, would you turn your camera off?
Breakfast Baconator.
Yeah, that too.
Really
Sweet.
good.
I'm happy that you have Wendy's. You know what? When you're done with your sandwich, why don't you talk for a little bit, and I'll DoorDash myself some Wendy's.
Okay.
Nice of you to include me. Wisconsin Sports Daily served up by Wendy's. Thanks to them for dropping off food here at The Fan this morning. It's outstanding. 5 to 6, The Fan postgame show with Tommy Warts. That, ladies and gentlemen, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, noon.
You can do it.
2, 5. I was told there'd be no math, but I think that's 5. Live and local shows from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. here on The Fan. And Josh and I here on Inside Wisconsin Sports are so glad to have you here. Engage, would you? Save the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and text line on your phone. 414-677-1250. 414-677-1250. Follow us on Twitter at Trevor Thomas IW, at On Air Josh, or the show itself at Inside Wis Sports. And of course, you can follow The Fan and all the cool things we have going on here. Facebook and Twitter, it's at The Fan Milwaukee. The website is thefanmilwaukee.com. And if you live in areas that may or may not get either 1250 AM or 105.7 FM, The Fan, you can listen to it for free on the Odyssey app.
Or you can look at us on YouTube and watch and enjoy the show on YouTube as well.
Usually about this time, I have to stand because this stool that I sit on every day is great until, like, I need the Peloton shorts for the stool that I have. Like, I need biking shorts.
I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about you in Peloton shorts.
Wait till you see what I wear on. Wait till you see what I wear at the end of the week. You're gonna have a heyday with that.
Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that.
I said to you earlier in the week that there's a huge nonprofit event here where I live in Northeast Wisconsin called Celebrate Flocktoberfest. It's a huge Oktoberfest party. It's this weekend. I may or may not. It's on Saturday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. in De Pere. I may or may not have bought and purchased some OG, authentic leather lederhosen.
Oh, wow.
I'll send you pictures.
Okay. And I will make sure that I'm not around other people when I open that text.
The Nicolay Law fan talk and text line has been absolutely flying this morning. We cannot thank you guys enough for joining us here on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. 414-677-1250. Josh, what do you see?
I mean, there's so many texts coming in, and I appreciate, as you mentioned, everyone, tons of people, saying thank you. So happy to have found you guys. We're happy you found us too. All are welcome. I really want to just talk about what people should expect from us. This show is, Trevor and I are fans. We are fans on the fan. We are here. We are with you. You're going to see us out and about. You're going to run into us at the bar, watching the games, cheering on these teams with you, because that's who we are. And that's why we want you to be a part of this show with us, because this isn't a show where we want you guys to shut up and listen. We want you guys to interact with us. I'm going to tell you when I'm freaking out. I want to hear from you when you're freaking out about our Wisconsin sports team. So thank you so much for being a part of this, and for all of the kind words and everything that people have said to us this morning. We're welcome to we're very grateful to have you on board.
I'm so glad you said that we're fans on the fan, because that's exactly what this show is about. And it's about Wisconsin sports.
Absolutely.
I know that we follow finger quotes like the AL side of the playoffs right now, and what the Yankees did last night against the Blue Jays, and what's going on with the Mariners and the Tigers. But I'm going to be honest, I don't care yet. Like, I care because I'm a baseball fan, but I don't care. Everything Wisconsin sports is what I care about. That's what you're going to hear on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. I also love that you called us fans on the fan, because what I want to do is not have a voice on Monday morning, because I was at the game with all of you screaming my face off like I was on Saturday.
Yeah.
I wasn't with all due respect to the media that are in the press box, of which many are guests here on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. I love and appreciate everything that they do. And if I'm asked, I will participate. However, I have one place and one place only that I want to be, and it's in the stands with all of you. I want to be like we were on Saturday.
Yes.
In the parking lot, tailgating with Josh and all the listeners that showed up to the first ever Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh tailgate at AmFam Field. We had a blast.
Oh, it was amazing.
Andy in Brookfield was there. Jason from the 920 was there. Josie, Nick. I mean, so many guys in a broken chair.
There were broken chairs. There were laughs. Beverages were consumed. Fun was had. Memories were made. And that's the beauty of what we're trying to do on this show. We want to enjoy and live in those moments with all of you. We enjoy Wisconsin sports. We know you enjoy Wisconsin sports. We're going to talk about it. You're going to talk about it. Let's do it together.
Earlier this week, or maybe late last week, Josh and I talked about getting a tattoo if the Brewers win the World Series. And you may or may not know what 200 Club is. Google it. There's a website. We're not going to say it on the radio. But Murph has a tattoo that says 200 Club. Go look it up. It's worth it. Maybe I'll share it on my Twitter here in a little bit. So I say to Josh, if the Brewers win the World Series, let's get a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, done.
Yep, doing it.
Doing it.
On the calendar now.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. So in the 6 o'clock hour this morning, I asked you if Julie, your wife, knew that you committed to getting a tattoo, because you have no ink, correct?
No, I do not.
I am inkless as well, but I am so ready for the ink. And my wife knows. So I say to Josh, hey, did you talk to Julie about the tattoo that we are hopefully, prayerfully going to get? To which you said, I did not.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh is learning about how to put things in the family calendar. And we got Josh a ticket to the game on Saturday, and he needed to put in the family calendar that he was going to be at game one of the NLDS. And Julie was proud. that you put something in the calendar and that she was aware of your whereabouts and what you were up to.
Yep.
So I asked you earlier in the 6 o'clock hour to simply add into the calendar on November 1st and or 2nd, which is just after the World Series will have ended. And it says potentially
possible scheduling of tattoo with Trevor.
Did Julie see it yet?
This is why I'm terrified. I have not gotten a response from her.
But did she accept the calendar invite?
I don't know. And so I'm sitting here going, is this going to be a thing where it's like, I'm just going to be waiting until later? And then, by the way, I saw that there was oh God. And now this just became something I'm not mentally prepared to have on a conversation I'm going to have today when all of the brain power I have, which isn't much, is focused on this Brewers game. And now I got to have a talk with my wife of a potential tattoo scheduling. Thank you. Thank you for that, Trevor. Thank you.
Oh, no, that was a commitment that I did not twist your arm for. You're right. Let's do it. You don't make me go back to the tape. I will find the tape. You were just as excited about this as I was, and I am very excited to go get some ink.
Our friend Josie, by the way, on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, which you should be a part of, again, 414-677-1250, said, I'm very serious when I tell you I need to be involved in the tattoos, and I have a tattoo artist who can hook you guys up.
Oh, so this is going to be the problem with this tattoo idea. Did you see the next text after that? It said, have you thought about changing course and getting the new tattoo that Murph got, the euchre patch?
This is why I did not say what type of tattoo I'm getting. I haven't decided that yet. I'm still at the beginning stages of let's get to the point in which I'm getting a tattoo, which means I'm also celebrating the first ever Brewers World Series win. Let me get to that point first, and then I'll decide what ink is going on my body. You're the one that said, I already know, 200 Club. Put it on my body. It's going to go right here.
I love how I look and sound in your head. If you're watching us on YouTube, which you can do, go to youtube.com, just search Inside Wisconsin Sports.
You sound like a 6 foot 8.
This is what I sound like. All right, so we did this last week and it worked out really well, and we're going to do it again today. When we come back for the final segment of Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, we're going to get you amped up. And if you don't get goosebumps for today's 4:08 first pitch after this, we got nothing for you. We can't wait. Keep it here.
Yes.
To the all-new fan lineup, and especially Inside Wisconsin Sports.
And before, it's going to be great. The ending of the show will be great. But every show, if you're just joining us, to end our show in our last segment, we do something called What's Up Wisconsin. And this is us asking you to join us in telling you, hey, what's up? What's up for today? What's up for tonight? What do you have going on? Obviously, I think there might be a baseball game, this afternoon, early evening, that some people might be paying attention to. But we want to know what you're doing for the game. Are you going down to the dump? Are you joining me at Natty Oaks? What is your plan? What's up, Wisconsin? So get those texts in. Let us know on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, 414-677-1250.
Keep it here. This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios. Man, we're so glad to have all you here. We are powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. The time has come. Last segment of Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 the FM studios here at The Fan, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. What's up, Wisconsin? That's what we call this segment. What is up today? What are you doing? How you feeling? Are you headed to the dump, a.k.a. Wrigley? Are you on the train? Are you tailgating in the train parking lot? What is up, Wisconsin?
What's up?
So On Air Josh, at On Air Josh is how you follow along with Josh Albrecht on Twitter.
Yes,
at
sir.
Trevor Thomas IW is how you follow along with me on Twitter. At Inside Wis Sports is how you follow along with the show. And at The Fan Milwaukee is how you follow along with us here at The Fan on Facebook and Twitter. Visit the website, thefanmilwaukee.com, the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line, 414-677-1250. What do you got?
All right, well, let's start here, right? So what's up? Obviously, Brewers, Cubs, Game 3, NLDS. That's what's up. That's what's up for today. I'm going to be with Sparky, Tommy, maybe some other people from the Fan you might be familiar with. Maybe some people that have Super Bowl rings, played for the Packers. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to be at Natty Oaks in West Dallas, where Nashville and Oklahoma meet. Game 3 watch party. It starts at 2 p.m. We're going to have live shows there. It's going to be great. Join us. That being said, maybe you can't. And that takes us to the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line, 414-677-1250, where the 414 says, I'll tell you what's up. I'm going to be watching the game on my phone in my minivan at ballet.
Dedication. That is
man.
dedication.
I'm sorry. Parenting. Hashtag parenting.
That's what's up. What do
That's
you got
what's up.
going on, Wisconsin? What do you have going on today? 414-677-1250. I'm headed to the neighbors. I have some appointments today here in town. I have to record the Inside Wisconsin podcast, and then I'm heading over to Ben's. Giffen. He's having a party at his place in the garage.
Okay.
Hey, you boys want to come over and watch the game in the garage by chance? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, yes, I do. Why? Because I can't make it to Milwaukee today.
Sure.
I would be there with you at Natty
No,
Oaks
I
if I
appreciate
could.
you. Yeah.
I can't. So please bring the spirit of Inside Wisconsin Sports with you today. What are you guys up to, though? Are you headed to Wrigley? Are you on the train? What should we expect from Wrigley Field today? The wind is blowing in. The sun is shining. At least it is here, and I know it is there.
Yes.
There's a lot to think about today in regards to what this looks like for not only the Brewers, but the fans and so on. And it has been, by the way, let me just say this, an absolutely awesome morning
It
here
has
on
been.
The Fan. We understand that there's a lot of you that are new to the show and new to the station. Well, first off, welcome here. And in so many instances, welcome back. This is our home, and we cleaned it for you. Josh, you can go ahead and hit it because we love the idea that you are with us here. And it feels kind of like The Dark Knight. Have you ever seen The Dark Knight? I believe this is the song that plays at the end of either The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
And we did this last week as we were getting all
Yeah, we
fired
did.
up for what was then game 1 of the NLDS. And we have committed to doing this today as well. We are so grateful that you're here. Please know that when you engage and listen to The Fan and specifically Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, that this is 100% dedicated to Wisconsin sports. I worked for the 4-letter network that's followed by radio in West Palm Beach, Florida, when I was young. I was 19 years old. They wanted me to know all the things about Florida sports and stay in tune to what was going on in New York and blah, 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 blah. I could not do it. My heart and my soul are here in Wisconsin, and specifically more than any other sports team that we have, it is with the Milwaukee Brewers. So if you're new to this station, if you're new to this show, thank you for being here. Thanks for connecting with myself, and maybe you recognize my voice, and I know for sure you recognize Josh Albrecht's voice. Because Josh has been here for a minute, just like I have, back together here on Inside Wisconsin Sports. And so many people, Josh, that have tuned in this morning have sent a note on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line. Holy crap, love you guys. And Josh, missed you, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if people are hearing our show for the first time today, first of all, as Trevor said, thank you so much for being here. And, I was across the street, and I was very grateful then to be able to introduce myself to many of you and just show you who I am. And the nice thing about where I am right now with the fan, with Trevor, doing Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, is that this is honest. This is honest work. This is who we are. We are sports fans. And I did not always have the opportunity before to voice that passion that I have as a Wisconsin sports fan, to just let everyone know that I am with you, screaming in my car when things go bad and cheering until I have no voice when things go great. And I'm so happy that I'm able to do that now, and that all of you are able to join me in letting your emotions go and prove who you are as Wisconsin sports fans, and be that fan with us here on the Fan. And there's another perfect opportunity to do that today. Game 3, NLDS, Milwaukee Brewers, Chicago Cubs. Chance for this Brewers team to clinch this series and make their way to the NLCS for the first time since 2018. It is all about this team staying locked in, and I'm so glad that all of you are locked in here with us.
The Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, 414-677-1250. Look at this. Sushi from the Falls. Thank you for keeping sports radio alive in Milwaukee. You are welcome, and we are glad you're here. Someone in the 612, glad to hear you two together. Josh, we missed you.
Missed you too,
and
buddy.
Was impressed with Trevor. Bob in Minneapolis. Bob, it's good to see your name again. Welcome over. Kansas.
Ken.
Tuning in. Missed you, Josh.
Missed you too, buddy. Glad to hear from you.
The 920, it's the most wonderful time of the year. October could be last for 4 months. That would be great.
Yep.
We'd take 4 weeks at this point. And it could extend today. Game 3, the NLDS, 4:08, the first pitch. I'm here for it. Cubs, Brewers, Wrigley Field. And hopefully a whole bunch of Milwaukee Brewers fans down at AmFam South. To the person that called us hypocrites this morning. No.
Don't tell me how to fan.
Don't tell me how to fan. We want to take over your stadium. We just don't want you here.
That's right.
I'm sweaty. I've got the chills.
There are no more questions. There are no more questions. Everything's laid out. We know what we're hoping for. We know what we're looking for. Now this Brewers team just needs to get it done. Do your part, Brewers fans. If you're going down to that game, be loud, be proud, stand up, cheer. Let that team know that you are there. And if you can't be, hopefully you're joining us at Natty Oaks today and cheer just as loud. This is our team. Let's go.
We're going to have a party tomorrow morning. Let's celebrate sweeping the Cubs tomorrow morning from 6 to 9 on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 the FM Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We'll see you tomorrow.
Because we are not done yet.